stranger from Pennsylvania, chilling in the W where they live famous. Throwing up them Franklins, show them that I'm living. What the easy? It's always something, ain't it? So I was hijacked by my own truck. Whenever I forget to take that truck off, you know, I gotta forget them. I was flowing too. That I'm living. Oh, I was flowing too. Let me get the real intro. This is Cold. This is a song I did back in 2018. A lot of passion in this song right here. Y'all feel me on this. Swag. Cold as a stranger from Pennsylvania, chilling in the W where they live famous, showing up in Franklin, showing that I'm living, already acting like I'm worth 20 million, shaking off these haters like snow from my boots, champagne bottles, all white suits, show up out of town in all white boots, feeling like this shit cause it's all right too. Hey, government scandal put the state on trial. DAs and judges are the criminals now. The whole judicial branch is a fucking cash cow, so they don't have to take me out before I take them all down. This is nasty. This is our town. If we in it for a penny, then we in it for a pound. Trolling online like you a bunch of gangsters. Meet us at the Coliseum, we'll entertain you. It's like Taibu right here. You already know what it is. Rocking out hard, man. I got such a show for you today. Thinking through Thursdays when we always get deep. I always try to pull in, man, how social justice affects the way that we date and how we treat each other. With so many men, African men locked up in the United States of America, lots of children, wives, girlfriends, mothers, fathers, siblings, a lot of people going without their loved one. How does that affect the way we look at each other? How does that affect the way that we treat each other? I want to know. Uh, Tonight specifically, we have a question on the table, and it kind of goes into this, right? Should we cohabitate prior to committing ourselves to marriage? I ran that poll question. I'm gonna go over here to Instagram, man, real quick and see how that looks. As far as announcements is concerned, I will be exclusively on YouTube. Y'all gonna have to come over. I'm adding friends on Facebook and Instagram, but that's just because I have past episodes on Facebook and Instagram. But for the new stuff, for the coming reality show, shout out to China, shout out to Tony, my man Rob, and my man Devontae. Shout out to everybody on the team right now. Shout out to Shay, uh, former co-host Marvin, Delonte, and Tyrena. Everybody that built this platform up, right? So going exclusively to YouTube, y'all have to get behind the movement. Y'all gonna have to come over if you really want to see the program. You really want to be guests on here, have your presence felt, make your comments and stuff. Have a good time, right? Because this is where we're gonna make the right influence. We don't want our young people listening and watching memes and crazy TikToks, whatever, trying to figure out what relationships are. All right, we want to be the voice that our young folks listen to because they're our future. When it's all said and done, when we old and decrepit, they're gonna be the ones out here make things happen and building this new nation. So I put it on Instagram, man. Is it a fact? Is it a fact that we should absolutely cohabitate prior uh, to getting married? And I'm looking this thing up right now. Oh, it's on the wrong one. I thought I was on me. Don't you have on your phone? Do that? Put you on your other profile. You think it's you? Oh, look at the little baby. All right, here we go. I'm gonna see what's going on. Well, there you have it. So far, 100% of the people say yes. All right. That we should absolutely cohabitate prior to getting married. That sounds about wise to me. That sounds about wise to me. This poll question came from a right or wrong segment that Shay posted for us, and that we all watched and we all talked about afterwards. So I'm letting you know right now. Right now, it is what it is. That being said, we'll give myself over to the 5 minutes of fire. I'm gonna post this 5 minutes of fire off of YouTube because I am coaching online. If you're suffering a mild depression, mental illness, mild mental illness issue, if you suffer past trauma, if you have current social anxieties, things of this nature, if you just feel insecure overall, if you don't feel confident overall, the First Step online coaching program is for you. Those of you who want to take on a new biotransformation journey, want to get a new job, want to start a business, and you don't believe you have what it takes, that your mindset isn't there right, the First Step online coaching program is for you. Go to patreon.com/Coach Taibu, and I'll take care of you. All right. So I'm just promoting that tonight because that's what I really do. As an aspiring motivational speaker, I'm doing it already, making speaking engagements. I'm still booking them. You guys can book it. Book me to speak at your event at calendly.com/Coach Taibu, calendly.com. I put these on the comment section and in the descriptions, so you guys know where it's at. But let me go here to your videos, check out and see what we got. I got a couple that I really, really like. The one reach video, I love that video. I got some stuff on here. So I just want to inspire you and let you know that I have a plethora of stuff that I'm working on my iPad and get it out there to you guys. So let me give you this one right here. Sometimes you have to get back up for someone else. Sometimes that's the most meaningful reason to get back up. On the quest to be more, to being more, you have to consider how many times do I have to get up? My response is every time. Get up, work. And sometimes you have to get up because someone else needs you. When you don't have enough excuses, reasons, or motivation to get back up for someone else. Someone else. Today, I got up because I have clients that need me. Potential clients that need me. Our family needs leadership. I have to get back up so that my children understand that's the right thing to do. The most powerful thing to do is to get back up. Take on the day. Take on the night. Whatever your shift is, whatever your responsibility is, get up. Get up for the ones that love you, the ones that need you, the ones that push you, the ones that motivate you. You needed me today to tell you to get up. I needed you for a reason to get up. We need each other. So get up. I'm getting up right now because people need to be more fit. They want to see someone who's in shape, knowledgeable, telling them this is what you need to eat. This is how you should work. This is the technique to use when I get up. And because I get up, they get up. They expect to be there. You know, I'm going to hold them accountable. We're getting up to get things accomplished. We're getting up to be victorious in our journey, in our struggle. We overcome because we get up. And there's nothing like getting up after a defeat because that's how you show life that you won't stay down. And eventually you'll win. Get up. So that was one of the first little iMovies I did, man, on my iPad when somebody showed me how to blend my motivational speaking talent together with my artistic expression. You can get more of that on patreon.com/Coach Taibu. You have access to those videos when I bring them out. You know, I'm doing so much stuff right now just to inspire people. I told somebody today that the reason I do this is because I remember what it was like when somebody inspired me to do something great. When someone really reached out to me and had me doing something awesome. And I know that I came on here a little bit after 7:30, but that's how life is. Um, Eventually, I'll break it down to where I am getting here on time. It's a press. It's a press, boy. I'm telling you, you have to be very, very technical. When y'all see me showing up right on time, you know I'm operating and I'm firing on all cylinders. All right. Right now I'm a little messy. That's why I have this show, because I'm just a little bit messy. I have it almost all the way there, y'all. For real. When I first started doing this show, I didn't really know it was going to become this big of a deal. I didn't at all. People are on YouTube. I'm not even a full YouTuber yet. I'm just not moving everybody off my social media. That enjoys my social media. I go hard on Instagram and Facebook, but Snapchat, TikTok. But I'm getting everybody over here to YouTube, man, so I can offer y'all a powerful experience, something that y'all can really bank on. Being here for you, helping to uplift you guys and have a positive voice in the community. When things happen, I want to be able to give you a positive demonstration, a positive light. So, on the social justice front, that was the 5 minutes of fire for you guys. I hope you appreciate that. It's a new lineup. I've been promoting it. I'm getting that out there for you guys. So just so you know, well, that's how we're doing it. So I appreciate y'all for jumping on there and getting it right. Let me see. Let me go here to where I'm supposed to be at. All right. I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna start reaching out to some of y'all and invite to the into the live. So let's get that going. All right. Copy it to the clipboard. Let's go. Okay. So we right here. We going hard. We live right now. I'm gonna come over to some of y'all over here, man, on Instagram. Some of y'all on Facebook. I'm gonna reach out to you, let you know y'all can join in. Uh, but yeah, man, we have to come together as a people and really, really get it going. Really get it going. That's what's up. So I'm with that. As long as it doesn't interfere with what I'm doing, I'm with that. Y'all want me to come on y'all podcast? As long as it's not on the same time I'm doing mine, I'm with that. And I'm just getting that out there because I want y'all to know I'm foundationally good with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have it's good to have so much support, man. It's good to have really foundational people jumping on and giving me their commentary. Live now, let's go. You gotta tell some folks everything. If you don't, you're gonna miss out. So I'm just getting it out there to y'all right now, live, man. The poll says 100% of the people that have voted, they believe that uh, we should cohabitate before we commit ourselves to marriage. And I don't know what y'all think about that out there. I really, really do, because it's important for people to know. It's important for us to know where we're going with it. So if you uh, really into the whole deal, let me know because I got a spot for you on my show, and I want to make sure that you have opportunity to say your piece. This month we are looking at creating a definition, a functional definition of what a real man is, what a good man is. Excuse me, what a good man is. Uh, I guess maybe they're one and the same. I don't know what a good man is. So we're gonna find that out. We're gonna find that out. A lot of people are doing what they want to do in the sense that they're just all over the place. There's no real definition. There's no real accountability in the village at all. So folks is just out there here and there, man. But they supposed to be right. Yesterday we talked about if people knew other people who are dating people that's in a relationship, because all the enablers out there. There has to be accountability at some point, at some time when it comes to this deal. If not, what's going to move the needle? How are we going to change it? Get opportunity to do something special, and you know, it goes away. I want to be the kind of leader where I earn, you guys' trust, earn the right to lead you guys in the way that matters. Okay, I'm doing the best I can to be not just consistent, informative, right? Because that's really where it starts. I want to be informative. I want people to know that I'm going as hard as I can to get the truth out there. Ladies say all men cheat, but then when I run a poll, uh, do you believe your man is 100% faithful? They all say yes. Weird phenomenons, everybody. Weird phenomenons. It is what it is. I'm in here going hard, man. If you receive a link, go ahead and jump in here. It is all good. I'm not going to stay on Instagram the whole time. They'll block me at some point anyway because I be playing whatever music I want to play and they be hating. But I'm all right with that though. Definitely okay with that. It's no biggie. Not at all. Taibu Moody right here, man. Looking to get you guys on here so we can go together. Looking for a functional definition of what a good man is. Tori came on here last night, you guys, and gave us a good definition for real, for real. A real good definition of what a real man is. You know what I'm saying? I think that brother was raised by two strong parents and witnessed a lot of love. And that says a lot because he still admits that the streets and just popular hip hop society pulled him away from the righteous path that he. So it can happen to anybody. But when we're holding each other accountable for these things, that's how we get these things done. So that's where it's at, man. I'm just trying to be 100 with you guys all the way through and through. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib inviting the good folks out there to the big dance. Going live right here, right now. I'm gonna take a break for a second and give y'all some music. Let's see. If I pin the comment on the screen that says I don't, I'm gonna try that. I seen somebody else do that. They was jamming. They was jamming pretty hard. All right. So let me go ahead, send that, pin that. Let's see if we can't rock out. Let's see if we can slide through, get y'all some relationship songs. But how do we feel about each other? and social justice. How do we treat each other based off of what we got going on in our lives? When you see a person killed on the TV screen, unarmed, and
1967, Black Panther Party, the movement, freedom.
Let's talk about freedom.
We will
The song was so hot when it came out. This movie was so deep. If y'all ain't seen that Panther movie, check that first Panther movie out. It was in 95 when it came out. Joaquin Woodbine. Check that Panther movie out, y'all. Young people, check it out. Get conscious. That's the song Freedom by various female artists, man, from the sound the movie Panther. I'm telling you, man, look, how we treat each other is based off of what we see and how we see other people treating themselves and others. So we are all products of our environment. On this show, we're aiming to create a new culture for relationships, something much healthier, right? Because right now it's super toxic. In a culture, in a village where everybody admits that everybody's out for themselves, how can we ever have the unity it will take for us to rise above our station? Taibu Muad'Dib right here. I'm posing that question to you on Think It Through Thursday. All right? Where we get down. Got guests trying to jump off in here. I'm going to get my comments going before they jump off in here, getting themselves together right now. Let me get this thing together real quick. So tonight, I'm just going to get some stuff out there. If you want help establishing tougher mindset. Oh, it's stuff wrong. Let's go. You want to have a tougher mindset to achieve new goals. Go to, you already know, patreon.com. Let's go. Keeping it real. / Coach Taibu. Oh, come on, man. / Coach Taibu. Not big on the commercials. It is what it is. All over here. Guests coming in, man. We're gonna get the right wrong segment of the day jumping. If you want help establishing a tougher mindset to achieve new goals. What's going on, my man? My man Basim, I'm telling y'all don't want to hear from fam. I'm gonna give him a wave. Y'all don't want to hear from my dude, boy. He go when he jumps in here, we go real hard, man. I'm telling y'all. He has the platform Men Dealing with Hidden Traumas. This is Think It Through Thursday. When he gets on here, it gets real deep. So y'all want to tap in for sure. I'm gonna get him over here to YouTube though. We're gonna go crazy. Finish putting out my fillers. Go to patreon.com, man, / Coach Taibu, I got y'all. You need to have a tougher mindset if you're gonna take on a new journey. I'm gonna hit my man up uh, and let him know what it is. It's going down. I want you all to know that right now is the time. Right now is the perfect time for us to come together and make this move because we are the ones it's going down. Answer my man's question uh, real quick, and then I'm gonna get right back to y'all because it's important. Uh, it's important that we stay connected in the right way. So I know for a fact that the best you can do is get on here and give your opinion. Silence, hey, be heard, be known. Let's go. All right. Uh, that's what it is. All right. Took care of that little bit of business. Still going hard, man. Still waiting for the right or wrong segment. I got a couple guests coming in here. If you guys haven't been paying attention to things, Netflix is getting into the documentary game. I've been watching the documentary called Who We Are. That's a deep documentary. I'm gonna put it in the comment section. Y'all check that out. Told y'all. This documentary right here is all right. If you have questions or issues or you just want to be more knowledgeable about the past, and about your roots and about the current conditions of this country concerning African people and the European power structure, accept no substitute. Let's go. Who We Are is a documentary on Netflix. If y'all just watching Netflix, watch these shows, I'm telling you, take some time out with your kids, sit down and watch some of these documentaries. They are real. Um, okay. Also, I'll make sure I get them on both. Who We Are is on Netflix. All right. Then also on Netflix is a documentary called Trial 4. The reason why Trial 4 is important is because it shows that the police can kill each other. Because I believe I believe when the police kill somebody's citizen or one of themselves for whatever reason, they always find somebody to go down for it. Right? That's how I feel. It just can't be an open case. It can't be an unsolved murder. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to come back a year later and be like, oh, yeah, I saw this other cop do it. So they always find somebody else to pin it on. And then when they do, especially in this, in trial 4 it was a cop that got murdered. It wasn't a regular person. So, you know, with all the emotion going into it, it was like, yeah, you have to watch Trial 4 because it just shows you that we as a people, man, we are powerless against the system that is the United States of America judicial branch. Powerless against it. Always have been. The United States judicial branch uh, uh, basically condoned the Ku Klux Klan, right, to do what they did by failing to hold them accountable one way or another. So the government, the United States judicial branch, at one point said the law of the land was separate, but that was legal. schools, buses, water fountains, down to the pettiest of situations. The United States judicial branch has always supported European supremacy, and it still does to this day. We're gonna bring in, man, Doctor, how you saying that, Brother Basim Abdul Aziz. We're gonna bring him into the stream, man, and welcome him with a hearty hello. This is You're a Mess, man. It's Taibu Muad'Dib. We're right here going strong. What's up, brother? How you doing
What's
tonight?
going on? I'm doing well. Yourself?
Man. Yeah, thanks for joining me over here on YouTube. I'm moving to the point where I will soon be exclusively on YouTube. And because I'm offering a better experience now, I promised everybody a better experience. I'm a man of my word, but that's because I have a very sharp queen. And
Well,
I'm telling y'all right now, relationships don't have to be perfect, but trust me, find value in somebody that cares enough about you to help you elevate. Remember, I said on program first.
you just said a mouthful. You definitely said a mouthful. A lot of us need to tighten up and understand. It's about the king and the queen. That's what runs the board, the king and the queen. And you need that dominant queen to help push you to that next level sometime.
You definitely do, my brother. You definitely do. So tonight, as I usually do, I don't think it through Thursdays. I do the best that I can to talk to the people about how social justice affects the way we treat each other. And so tonight, I mean, I'm offering the people a couple of different Netflix series that they should watch. I don't maybe you've seen them, but I'm offering the people a couple of Netflix series that I found a lot of pleasure in watching as a conscious individual. When you just jumped in, I was talking about how the judicial branch of the country, in my book, African Messiah versus Government Scum, which is a book that should be in every African person's home, every mixed culture home. Everybody should have this book in their home. But in this book, I say that the legal big brother dominates and perpetuates European supremacy in everything that we do. Everything.
Well, that
So
was part
these documentaries, go ahead.
that was part of the plan from the whole beginning. I like they're all the same people. It's not like they're different people. The government, the churches, they're all the same people. They never separated. They created illusion where you have state and you have church, but it's all the same thing. It's all a corporation. It runs the same, and it's designed to keep people in check.
You think so?
Absolutely,
The church and the state both designed to do the same thing.
absolutely.
Which church? Because I mean, a lot of people will have an issue with that. So
Okay. Well, let me get a little bit more specific. Um, when you look at your Catholic churches, your Vaticans, and all that, very powerful. Pope has a lot of power. He's a shot caller. And when you get in someone to your Mormons, very powerful shot callers. Because if it was the same for all and all believed the same, all would worship the same. Why can't a good Christian of black faith go to a good Christian of white faith church?
I think that I think that there's so many different types and styles of church that a lot of people will have an issue with that. But I'm glad you were more specific about which church you were talking about. I mean, I had to ask that question. You go so deep with some things that you say, it might come across as broad. I want to make sure that we get to the nitty gritty. That being said, the topic of tonight, I ran a poll, and the poll question is it the fact that we should absolutely cohabitate prior to committing ourselves to marriage? The poll question has been answered so far, and everybody said it's 100% to the yes. What do you think about that, sir?
When you say cohabitate, you have to be more specific, because there's a sort of thing, back in our parents, maybe grandparents and their parents, where you call it courting. You courted the woman opposed to, so you can get to know her. You can fine tune with her, find out her values, your value, to see if they were in line with one another prior to you saying you want to get married. And part of what's going on now is more or less we jumping in sheets, and then we try to figure it out after we jump in the sheets.
At the ground level, I think, and I've said this ever since people asked me that question. The way forward for us is to look back. Is to look back. That's the way forward, people. That's the clear path. When a man looked at a woman to see if she had the right hips for childbearing, when he looked to see what her stock was, when he looked to see if he had a dad at home the whole time so that she knew how to treat a man. Come on now, somebody. When the woman looked at the man and she could see that he was industrious, that he took care of his own business, that he seemed like he had the mindset to be able to lead her into the future. These foundational qualities we're not considering right now because, like you said, Brother Basim, we're so priced in uh her what they call them hair pieces, tie-in or something. We so worried about how she looks in that dress. We so what our friends and family are going to say about us bringing home somebody that's not 36, 24, 38. We so worried about woman's looks in this, we're not considering at all where her mind will follow your lead.
What you have to understand is the biggest thing. Fads and trends have become the new gospel. So we have to get back
all right now
to the original gospel because we hooked on fads and trends. No disrespect to any of the ladies, but who are you? Everybody's going to the knife. You're coming up with eyelashes that could run across the street. Everybody has big hips now. Whether you was born with them or not, you can go buy some. If you're not satisfied with yourself, how do you expect me to be satisfied with you?
Okay, talk about it. Don't stop now.
So we have to really start looking in the mirror, getting back to ourselves, understanding who we are. And before I start a session with my clients, that's one of the questions I ask. Well, who are you? And most people get stuck because they have no idea who they are.
No idea. No idea. If you don't know who you are, work on that quickly. Go ahead, brother.
A lot of choose to run around. We emulate what we see, and that's who we try to become. What we see, and that's not necessarily who we are. In order to do, I always say you got to hit that reset button.
Amen.
And when you hit that reset button, you go deep within inside yourself. That's that darkness, and you turn on them internal lights. See, because what we don't understand,
Eternal. Oh
we were
yeah.
we were
You preaching
conceived
now.
we were conceived in the dark,
In the dark. Listen, everybody, listen
and
to the brother. I know what happened.
when the baby started taking form and shape in the womb, it was in the dark.
In the dark.
The baby didn't see light until the birth. So, in order to understand yourself, you got to go back to the dark and turn on the internal lights, just like the Egyptians. When they wrote all the hieroglyphics on the walls in the caves, they left it in the dark. So you got to turn on the light to go in there to get the information.
Got to. Hey, let me slow this man down real quick, y'all. Brother, but he can't come on my show, man. He's speeding ahead he chugging, he just take off running. That's how Brother Basim would do, y'all. Don't let him put you to sleep with that monotone voice. He's actually spitting knowledge. Y'all get y'all energy drink and listen to the man. Let me ask you this, Brother Basim, real quick. Do you believe that we're too far gone in the wrong direction? Or do you think that unity is possible for us as a people?
Anything is possible. You know, there's no such thing. As long as we have breath, we can make changes. Change stop when we stop. But as long as we continue to move forward, there's always room for change. So therefore, it's up to the individual. And we have to start becoming individuals again, opposed to running around with the fads and the trends of what everybody else is doing. When we start singling ourselves out, becoming individuals, we start thinking different. And we start going in a different direction because we know better now. So that's the only way we're going to get change is for us to wake up and start living as who we are, not who we think we're supposed to be.
Right. So, okay, we had individuals. So somebody has to lead. Somebody has to lead these individuals into the light. I know I was led. Thank you very much. I know for the individuals that came into my life and helped me find the light. So this platform is set up for that. Just thinking through Thursday, I was talking to them about the Netflix series Who We Are. I learned something in the Netflix series Who We Are. I changed my name officially, legally. I had been called Taibu all my life because my dad was called Taibu, and I'm the first son. All right, so I officially changed it officially in 2020, right? My carry now is my name. I gave it to me as a free man. That's what I chose to do. On the Netflix documentary Who We Are, Brother Team, someone told the host of this show that as slaves, we didn't have a last name for 200 years.
Absolutely. You took
Around the
on
18th. Now, I'm saying this is all new to me. This is why I come. I'm telling y'all, get knowledge. This was new to me. I didn't know this. I didn't know that people that look like me didn't even have a surname. We didn't have y'all all into y'all last names and y'all hyphenate y'all last names. It's somebody else's last name. And hold the horse, Brother Basim. Gave the information to the host. He said not only that, but after the 1870 census, whoever owned you last before slavery ended, that's whose last name you had.
So you could have had 4 or 5 while y'all all so loyal to y'all last. I'm a Williams and I'm a Wright and I'm this. You're not. You probably was a Dickinson. You probably was a Salinsky before that.
Yeah,
Whoever
well,
owned you, you had
they
their
were all
last
put
name
on.
because that denoted the ownership. Go ahead.
They were all part of the corporation. All of them are corporations. You know, when you start really doing the researches, all that comes from corporation. And slavery was products. The slave was a product. So therefore, what did the owner do of the product? He gave him his last name because they belong to him.
Now, the reason why this stuck out to me is because when people find out I changed my name, they be like, something's wrong with that. Like, ah, no, I'm good. Really? If you're conscious and free, if you're free without even being conscious, why are you carrying the surname of the last slave owner that owned the last person in your line, your bloodline, that was a slave legally? That means if you this this might become a meme, this might go viral just as part of my show, but let me tell you something right now. You're not really free if you holding on to or you carrying that. You If y'all don't rush down to the courthouse and change y'all name, do y'all research up like y'all been doing anyway with these names. But I'm just saying, if you still have your slave owner's last name going into 2023, you are still a slave in your mind. You might as well go to the jail, to the courthouse, to the jail, and knock on the door and put the cuffs on yourself. You're a mental slave. You are a slave. You are all the ways. I'm telling you right now, if you don't go down there to the courthouse and officially change your name to Umbutu, whatever you like, I don't care what it is. I don't care how you feel about it. If you are carrying that slave master's last name, you still a slave mentally. You can't. There's no way around it. And when you have children, like I did before I became conscious, you'll pass that same slave mentality on to them. Go ahead, Brother Basine.
Well, I myself, I changed my name in 2011. You know, I didn't see my former name. It didn't fit me, and I needed to evolve and go to my next level. So therefore, I changed my name to move forward and create my new legacy.
Why was it
So,
no longer tenable for you to carry? Why was it no longer tenable for you to carry that slave master's last name? Besides it not being culturally appropriate, why was it no longer okay for you to carry Johnson or Carter?
well, like I said, it didn't fit my identity, and therefore, like I said, first of all, I always knew that former name was not me. From a adolescent, I already had adopted to the Islamic way of life. That's my way of life, and it fit me. So therefore, when opportunity presented itself, I took advantage of the opportunity and went ahead and changed my name because I live this life every day. I stand on the values of what I changed my name to. I didn't just change my name to be running around and no, this is who I am. This is what you get. You know, I don't get into religion with most folks because we all have our own path. As long as your path is making you a better individual, I'm happy for you. I'm not here to convert nobody and all that. I don't do all that. But I stand on my principle and my values every day. And it makes me a
Trial
better me.
4 is a net. Yep. Trial 4 is a Netflix series that talks about a young man that was basically railroaded and wrongfully convicted, illegally convicted. I say illegally convicted because crimes were committed to convict this young brother. So, but Trial 4 is about a brother that's he's pushing for the fourth trial where he will be exonerated based on the evidence that based on out of prison in the first place. He was arrested at 19, now a free man in his 40s. He's for the fourth trial to make the truth come out. You have to watch this. I moved here from Wisconsin last year. The police, right? In my book, African Messiah versus Government Scum, I break down to y'all, for y'all, excuse me, what the police are about out here. And I'll say no more, but you can pick up the book African Messiah versus Government Scum on Amazon. It's available now. The two books that preceded. Yes, that's my third book. And I am going to begin now that my birthday's past, the man of my word. I'm going to begin writing on the Messiah Movement series. The African Messiah books brought you guys out of darkness to where you're awoke. Now I will show you the vision for what the new Africa and Bia is supposed to look like. What I'm saying, Brother Basim, is in trial 4, they broke down this case, and while they're breaking it down, all I can see is how the police that young boy Brendan Dassey up there in Wisconsin. All the police have to do is catch a person that is a little bit slow and dim-witted. That boy Dassey's a little bit slow. Sean Patterson on this movie, on this documentary, he stuttered. All the police need to do is catch one of the afflicted of us in an unfair circumstance, born that way. Like they find someone that isn't even all the way there, right? A social misfit, and they become a lummy when they went to lock somebody up and throw away the key. I'm talking about like this trial 4 is so deep, y'all. Y'all gotta check it out. You got to. You have to see how the judicial branch operates. When I showed people documented evidence that the prosecutor and the police officer in my last case conspired to use this false document in my case in a false manner to get a conviction, and I did like this. And the one person that didn't, the assistant U.S. attorney for that district in Wisconsin, the Western District in Dane County in Madison, Wisconsin, told me to my face that it's going to make a difference in what you say because you don't matter. That's what he told me to my face. He whispered it. He whispered it, though, because I was known at that point for voice recording people. I'm telling you.
That's deep. That's deep. You know, well, I'm not a stranger to it. Like I said, I spent 25 years around it, and I've seen plenty of young men get railroaded. You know, the system is not set up for you to win. You have to understand it's about a quarter. You know, I need to keep a certain number of beds occupied in order for the money to continue to roll in. You know, that's the new slavery right there, prison. So we have to understand, of course, anytime we can fill these beds up, we're gonna fill these beds up. So therefore, when you go to a public defender and he tell you, look,
I'm willing.
take this deal, because you're looking at 25 years. Go ahead and take these 4 years. And a lot of our young men, they don't know no better. They just want to go home as soon as they can go home. They take the 4 years. I know guys, 4 years have turned into nightmares.
I'm willing to go farther than that tonight, just so we all understand how this affects our community, our homes, and how we date each other. I'm willing to intimate that it's not new slavery. It's actually of human trafficking. If someone snatches you off the streets at gunpoint, that's an abduction. If they put you at a penal facility against your constitutional and your human rights to life, liberty, to freedom, and then begin to commit crimes under oath, because they all take oaths for the offices. Before they put they take oaths. So when they commit these crimes under oath to keep you behind bars, to deny you your freedom, and to send you somewhere, like my brother just said, for money, it's an extension, everybody. It's a legal incarceration in the United States of America. It's not just the new form of slavery here. It's this globe, this world's biggest and nastiest, ugliest lie, ruse, con. It's, listen to you, this is the coldest con ever. Because they have to make the public, and like the brother said, even people who are subjects of it, victims of it, believe that's how it should happen. Believe that wrong. They make the public, that juries convict them. They make them believe that they should go to jail even though they didn't do anything. And they make the person, the people, that the 90% of individuals that sign away their lives to these felonies and take these pleas, they make them believe that they should just go. It's the biggest. These Europeans have committed themselves to the greatest con in the history of mankind. Get the books, y'all. Wake up. Go ahead, brother.
Well, there are so many of us that are asleep, and we have to, I had a video I did some time ago, and I told them, read the book, but we have a habit of skimming. We'll leave a little bit in the beginning, a little bit in the end, and think we got it. We picked up a couple of drinks throughout what we read. We act like we read the book. But if you don't read the whole content of the book, you're not going to come out with the answers that you're looking for. Stop cheating. Read the book, cover to cover, so you get the gist of what the whole book is about, not some of the book. And some of us, we're a little bit lackadaisical. I'm not going to call us lazy today. I call us lackadaisical. We always looking how we can get over. Stop trying to get over and just put the work in. When you put the work in, you become solid. Now you become knowledgeable about what you just read. You're not assuming and trying to put missing pieces together because you got all the pieces to the puzzle. That's what it's all about. Being able to put the whole puzzle together, not part of the puzzle. So you come out with the conclusions that you're looking for. So they can't pull the wool over your eyes because you already know.
Man, that's powerful. That's powerful. Hey, listen, everybody, he said, read. Let's go. Let's get down. You know what's interesting? What's interesting to me is people come on my show and get deep and say, our people don't want the truth. They don't want to deal with the truth. And I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, Brother Basim. It's like we be having top conversations, real conversations, and the people that rock with me, that's why they rock with me. But the people who are twerking on their platforms or cussing each other out or just saying nonsense that don't make no sense. That's why Shay doesn't realize I have her bring these right or wrong segments to the table because I want folks to see the difference between my platform, You're a Mess, and other people's relationship podcasts. They're out there saying the most ridiculous, outrageous stuff, Brother Basim, and I be shooting it down. Every once in a while, somebody gets it right. But then when they get it right, it's not even from the point that they were making. They just stumbled on to being right. You see what I'm saying? So tonight, we just, I'm trying to do the best I can to get information from the audience and my special guests on just a definition for what is a good man. And if I was to ask you, Brother Basim, what you believe a definition, just a general basic definition of what a good man is, what would you say?
A good man is a man that's going, first of all, stand on values and principles. He gonna handle his business. If he choose a mate, he gonna be responsible for his mate. You know, a lot of time we run around here in this new generation, I hear a lot talking about a 50-50. Men don't do nothing 50-50, first of all. You know, we handle our business because if we choose a woman to be our lady, our wife, remember we chose her. We made a commitment to her. So therefore we're responsible for her. So as a man, you have to stand up and take that lead and be responsible for that woman. You know, you have to be the man. You have to provide certain things for her because you have become responsible for her. Food, shelter, clothing. You're responsible for her. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your community. We have to do a better job of policing each other up. Stop waiting for them other clowns in the suits to come and police you up. We got to police our own community up. That's how we're going to have a better community, by policing it up, being responsible, making it safe for us. We got to stop killing us. We can't be mad at somebody else if we killing us. We always want to become irate and burn and destroy they stuff when something happens when it's one of them. But when we doing it to ourselves, we're nowhere to be found. It's just we allow it to be our normal. And we have to stop letting it be our normal because it's not normal.
Brother Basim, I want to thank you, man, for joining us tonight, man. For real, for real. I don't know. I see Shay. She entered the studio. I don't know if she's getting it together. I don't know if she has a right or wrong segment for us. I mean, she popped in here. So I don't know. Her mic's off. I don't know what's going on. She nothing. But I want to say briefly, you know what I'm saying, before I let you go and continue with your evening. I know you have something coming up. Do you want to tell the audience a little about what you have coming up on your platform?
Okay, new podcast. Uh Hopefully I have the brother on next Wednesday. You know, we have to see if we can schedule the right time for it's going to be working for both of us. The podcast is Developing Life's New Direction because we're moving in a new direction. We don't did everything before. It's time for us to go in a new direction. New direction means we're going to be talking.
Life.
Excuse me.
Say the name of it again.
The name of the podcast.
The name of it again
is Developing Life's New Direction, where we'll be hosting and talking about various of subjects, you know, that's affecting our communities. It's about growing. It's about making change. It's about growth, just uplifting us in a new direction. So there'll be various guests coming on. We're going to be talking about some things that make your head spin. So for all you sisters, make sure you got that good glue on them tracks because they're going to be coming loose.
Wow. That's saying a lot. And where will this be at on your platform on Instagram or?
Right now, I'm using a StreamYard, so I'm on Facebook. I'll speak to you off the set. Maybe you can give me some more information on how to escalate that to something better. So,
Okay, yeah, no problem, no doubt, for sure.
but
But right
like
now,
I
it's your
said,
Facebook page, is your landing page.
yes, Facebook page Basim Abdulaziz, and like I said, I'll speak to you off the air sometime this week, time permitted, and you can give me some insight on that.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to make sure that uh, I made the mistake one time of bringing a family on the podcast and didn't do a good enough job of letting her get out there what she did. I don't know how that happened. I just figured every time I let her speak that she would, pub herself up. So now I make sure that especially when I know someone that has something exciting coming up, and we have to get excited about each other. What we're doing. I'm gonna make sure that when we speak, I reach out to you and get you the conglomerate document. You see the global. We are going to conglomerate and build our own global African ecosystem. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that no one's ever done this before, but I guess it was my work that set aside for me. People, when God is pushing you away from stuff that you want, trust me, He has a place for you to go. You stop being selfish and stop being immature and let God use where He wants to, because trust me, He knows where you should be. He knows. So I was pushed on a lot of stuff that I wanted to everybody trust and believe I was. Where I'm at right now is where I'm supposed to be. Stop being
Absolutely.
worried about when you're going to get paid and how you're going to get paid. If you are paying your bills, thank Him. He's leading you to where it's going to be more than that. Stop being in a rush for everything. Stop being in a hurry. It's the old song telling me, we tell him, Brother Basim, the old song say, if you can't find somebody to love the one you're with.
Absolutely.
If you single, that means love yourself.
Yep.
No one ever talked about that. If you're single, that means love yourself, darn it. Sheesh, love yourself.
That was my first episode last week. Self love.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of, I know you get a chuckle out of Shay's right or wrong segments. I don't know what's going on with her. I'm not going to hold you. I know it's getting late, but I really
I'm
appreciate you,
here.
man, coming on.
Sister says she here.
I'm here.
She's waiting patiently.
I just been waiting. I know y'all was talking, so uh,
How you doing today,
y'all
You
sis?
all
ready?
right?
Hey, how you doing? Okay, so here's the right or
All
wrong
right
statement.
with you.
It kind of tie
Let
in.
me
I
know
didn't
what
even
you
know
know.
that y'all was talking
Hold on,
about
hold
that
on,
though.
hold on, hold on. I be captain of this sheep. Look, I have to be a stickler about this, because I'm doing this, Brother Basim, to force her to give me a better song for her introduction.
You ain't gotta play
Until
no
she
song. I'm
does,
good. It's already late. We don't need to play no
this,
song. It's okay.
I'm always gonna play this song. I'll play this song because I like this song really. This this the I ain't no joke segment with Shay. I don't know what's going on. My speaker went. That's what happened. Look, that heard you, Brother Basim.
That's because you didn't need to
Uh,
play it. That's why.
I'll make her speaker go out because I'll take so long. She took so long to get on to speak. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. What's going on, Pierre? What's going on, Pierre? Man, what's going on? Shout out to all the folks in Chicago, man. The Windy City, man. We on here. Welcome to UMS, everybody. Brother Basim on
Okay.
the mic
So
and Shay Houston. So now we got it going the right way.
I used to let the money smoke. Now I spend it when
jokes, right or wrong segment with Shay, everybody. She ain't no joke. She ain't playing games. Let's go. Hey, brother, but
Okay,
see,
so today's
she gonna give me a theme song.
today's right or wrong segment kind of tie in what y'all was talking about a good man and all that, but on this one they trying to figure out what's the definition really of a bad man. Like people is saying what is a good man, but what do you? I don't know. Okay, y'all just let me know if y'all feel that he's right or wrong.
He's the only one. He's the only one responsible and accountable for changing himself. Mama can't do it for him. Daddy, men are made. Men are forged. You got to go through some things. Part of going through some of them things does not include the right woman. I'm a bad dude, but all of a sudden, what's the old boy name? Jeremy Meeks, whatever his name is, the pretty boy Floyd jail dude. All of a sudden, I'm gonna act right because I got the right woman in my life. It is asinine, man. This is why we keep telling these young bloods, stay focused, stay on your purpose. The right woman will come to you. If you and let's stop doing this, man. We act like we gotta be sitting up here defining words like what's a bad thing? Like we don't understand nuanced conversation or context, or we don't know what that means. When we can have a regular conversation out in the real world, somebody say, hey, "That's a bad man," and we understand exactly what we talk about, so that we can further have the conversation. 2,100 people, I don't know, it might be 1,900.
I'm gonna stop it right there. So from that, do y'all feel what he's talking about? Did y'all get the gist of what he was saying? Can y'all hear me?
I think I did. Yeah, we can hear you.
It's like
I
it's
think I did.
delayed or something.
No, I mean, it's all good. I mean, do you have your earpiece in?
Yeah.
Is your earpiece in? Oh, okay. So the sound quality was pretty good. I heard the guy. I don't know if Basim did, but it
Yeah, I heard.
sounded to me like basically he was laying out there some groundwork. The fact that it seems to me like catching a person down on their luck doesn't necessarily put them in a bad man category. I know I was darkened in my mind for a long time. I thought I was good, but I was bogus. I was a POS. I was out there, and just no one was holding me accountable, which is why I talk about the accountability factor in the village. I have very good friends I've been friends with since I was a kid, yo. And guys are guys. On the one hand, when my struggle became domestic violence, on the one hand, I had a good friend that was doing this, but he was married though, but he was being hit with the same woman, but he was doing the same thing. He ended up catching the case over it. So he never really said to me about when I was doing it. My other friend that did it, it wasn't like his relationships were more successful than mine. It was just he was that domestic violence wasn't a part of it. But he always spoke on it. But he never stopped hanging with me. So never accountability I had to worry about. Still my guys, you know what I'm saying? No one ever just was like, man, I can't roll with you, fam, if you knocking your girl out because you get pissed off because she ain't come home on time, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case was. And so you go to look at what a good man and a bad man is, it sounds to me like he's basically saying that some men have to go through certain things to be built up to being a good man. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, because it's
I
like
think that
if
at the
you
core,
if you are a what they say bad man, when do you ever get a title of being a good man down the line once learn things and go through things? Like at some point in life you're gonna say, okay, this ain't for me. I need to straighten up. I need to do this. So do that like take away from you being bad now that you're good?
Well, that
Brother
work
Basim.
coincide with my podcast, developing life's new direction, creating a new direction. Because at some point in time, we all have growth spurts. We all mature. Everybody doesn't mature at the same time, so therefore, you find different things in different people. And as you mature and start growing into the man that you're supposed to be, that's when you find your growth. That's when you create that new direction. That's when you start figuring life itself out. Some of us get left behind because we live in life from somebody else's point of view. And until we figure out what's for us, sometimes we might continue to go down that wrong road. So therefore, we might not never become a good man because we don't know what a good man is. We have to see what a good man is. We have to be exposed to some of these things sometime for us to figure it out.
Right. And how do you even know what a good man is if you've never saw it? Like you never had a male figure, your daddy wasn't there. You don't know how to be a good man. Like how do you know how to be a good man?
Well, that's when you have to get into yourself and figure out. First of all, you have to figure out who you are. Like I said, most of us are running around here in a costume all the time, running around here creating an alternate personality, being who we believe people think we supposed to be. Oh, he's supposed to be a tough guy. So you portray the tough guy. Oh, he's a robber. So you portray the robber. It's a costume, it's a facade. We have to start taking accountability for who we are and getting into ourselves. And when you get into yourself, you become a better individual because you become the best version of yourself because now you're not living that lie no more. And now things start aligning themselves the way they're supposed to align. We were all created, when we were created, things were placed in us of who we were supposed to be. Take, for example, when the baby comes out of the womb, the baby nutrition is through the belly button, correct? So when the mother put the baby up to the breast and the
Right.
baby sucking the breast, who told the baby to suck the breast? Who said some nutrition was coming from that breast? Because it's already in the baby. He already know that's his source of nutrition. So it's things in us, but we just have to turn on them interior lights so we can move forward and figure it out. But as long as we continue to roll and don't do that soul searching, we always gonna be left behind.
Wow. Just the word breast just threw me off. I don't know if I have anything after that. I'm out
Mm-mm.
if at home, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just the word breath, man. It's just I'm talking about, man. It's just crazy. Brother Basim, man, you always going in. I think that nature will take its course. But at the same time, I mean, we have the right to tell a brother he's a bad man if he's still in that bad man state, or else how would know? I because my guy is you out of pocket, you out of order. You know what I'm saying? Like I kept doing it. You know, I remember I was doing some things. Let me tell y'all something right now. Uh, I mean, I ain't gonna sugarcoat anything, man. Look, I saw a lot of violence when I was real small. I'm just a van, and my dad was in the army, so I moved around a lot, around the country a lot. Everywhere I went, I saw violence, especially in my home, because my dad was physically violent towards my mom. So I'm saying, like, I saw violence all the time. I didn't have a problem with violence. When I got sent to the boys' home, violence, right? So I didn't have a problem with violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have a problem with it jump off, no matter where it jumped off at. These days, there's a lot of individuals that carry guns because of violence. Now, they're not wrong for that, but they're violent with the gun. You know what I'm saying? That took me off. Put the gun down. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands, I mean, kind of crazy. But my point is, to that guy's point on your right or wrong segment, Shay, like, we supposed to tell people when they're bad and they're not getting it done that you're bad or you're not getting it done. or else how will they know? If we don't, we become enablers. I called my dudes, I called them both out. Y'all knew I was, when I got conscious and I woke up, I mean, y'all knew I was crazy like that. Y'all ain't say nothing. This is what they said to me, people. Oh man, I thought, you was my dude, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you a loyal dude, you know what I'm saying? Like you had your ways, but my ways is even in front of you. But see, I was that guy. You would invite my girl over, get the drinks, get the card game and everything, and she'd say something. Nah, shoot up over the table on her. You gotta pull me off of her. I was that guy.
Well,
It was no point where neither of my dudes was like, man, neither of my dudes was like, man, look, I can't hang with you, bro, if you like that. And that never happened. I never had a conversation with either of my good friends. I've been friends with my man Lon since I was 11 years old. He never said that to me. Since I was 18, he never said that to me. Even though CJ always expressed that he didn't like that fact, and it messed him up every time he heard somebody about me. Stopped kicking it with me. He never stopped being my real dude. Never stopped being in my corner.
well,
So I believe.
everybody
Go ahead.
everybody don't know how to tell somebody the truth. Sometimes we will normalize some things to avoid dealing with the truth. That's just like you grew up in a violent situation and you normalize violence as it being okay when it wasn't okay.
I mean, it was all I saw. To me, love and violence went hand in hand. So, you know, that's just where it was. To me, love and violence went hand in hand. That's just where it was. And but because I valued their friendships, if they would have came on me, I might have really took a serious look at myself. Up
You
until then, it was easy to finger point.
you may have, then you might have said tripped on your friends, and maybe that's what they were afraid of.
I apologize for the if this sounds crazy to somebody. I don't hang with the kind of guys that are afraid if I trip on. I had to. These are good friends because we had to fight to become friends. So I just think that they value my friendship so much because I was that dude though. From my dudes, like I don't know about these new brand off brand that's telling on each other at the drop of the hat and whatever else they doing. For my dudes, like yeah. So they wasn't willing to maybe like you saying now. I guess to a certain extent maybe because they wasn't willing to risk a guy who was all the way loyal 100% and 100 grand over I guess whatever. But I mean that's what we need though. We need that village accountability. That's what I'm striving for. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's at. But yeah, that was a very, very intuitive right or wrong segment. I think the guys, I think that men, they're a bad man, but it's up to them to, like Brother Basim's point, to get it right and become a good man. Every man doesn't make that decision. They don't. Every man doesn't get there. Some men never get there. I'm just being 100. If you didn't know, some men just never sit. Some men never decide to be a good dude, And then there are some men who end up putting themselves in a bad situation that never get a second chance to make that choice.
Absolutely.
That's how life is. Taibu Muad'Dib right here, man. This was the show, man. I'm telling you. Scene. I'm looking forward to next Wednesday, man. I'm telling you now, man. I want to come on and I'll make it pop. Shout out to everybody over here on Facebook, man. Shout out to my executive producer, China Gray, out there in DC, my man Tony, aka Big Walls, out here for mentoring me in the entertainment game. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend, Shay, man, for I always have what I need. is. We're gonna bring that power to your show, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, this is a relationship podcast that aims to help you come out of a mess, to help you avoid a mess, and find something healthy. And if y'all rock with me, eventually we're gonna get this thing right. Unity is now available to us as a people because the leadership is here. Brother Basim, man. Hey man, anytime you want to come on my show, man, you light it up, bro. So come on whenever you
Appreciate it.
want.
Appreciate it.
And hit me up tomorrow. Hit me up tomorrow after 1 o'clock, and I'll
Gotcha.
show you how I do what I do. We'll get all right. Brother Basim, everybody. Men dealing with hidden and secret traumas. It is what it is. All right, Shay. We appreciate your right or wrong segment. Thank you for putting in the work that you do and all the love that you give, man. Everybody, give it up for Shay. At Shay Houston, man, '04 on Instagram. So before I move about this demonstration, you already know what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Think it through. Think it through Thursday is what it's supposed to be. Think it through. There are many situations you're going to look back and be like, man, I should have just thought that through. I'm giving y'all a nugget right here. Think it through. Take the time, slow down. No matter if you're angry, frustrated, upset, stressed, whatever the case may be, God gave you what you need to overcome everything. If you think it through. This is Think It Through Thursday with Taibu Muad'Dib. That's the show, everybody. I'm out of here. Let's go. Ending.